Okay.
Never mind. We gotta switch places. You guys are
Okay.
wrong to each other.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And
Ready?
everyone has to speak up.
Oh yeah. All right,
Maggie,
ready?
no more looking at the photos.
Alright, I'm gonna do the intro, okay?
Oh shit,
I
okay.
don't know what to do.
Just chill.
Shut up.
Okay.
You've never been on ADR?
He's never been. He's losing. He's
This is
popping the
literally my
cherry.
first-
Oh wait, what the fuck? God, loser.
Okay.
That's why I texted that and nobody responded.
Oh
Like,
shit,
Yeah,
okay.
because it was freaky as hell.
Why are you guys leaning away from each other like you've never been within 6 inches of each other's
I'm
legs?
sorry.
So, yeah, there you go. I want to move the room. Okay,
Alright,
sorry. Okay,
ready?
okay, yep.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Awesome David Radio,
Woo woo!
and we're in California.
Yay!
This time we are joined. You guys kind of got that intro down as hell. I do
We're
Awesome
We're
David
vibes,
Radio.
yeah.
I say the vibe, and then we cheer.
Yeah.
But I also do a thing. Whenever I get a new guest, you have to introduce yourself.
Elijah.
I'm Elijah. What do I say? Like,
Pronouns, zodiac sign, and
Body count.
biggest aspiration.
he, him,
What's your current
Scorpio,
Sims status?
2.
How's your
3.
Sims status?
You didn't actually have to answer that.
In my Sims living.
What is my sim status?
Yeah.
Dead.
I
Okay.
killed him.
Killed. Wasn't I pregnant?
Do you know
too?
my sim status is?
Yeah.
Never been made.
Ooh.
Okay, I was actually
Sorry, I didn't mean to start this episode off with hostility.
no, because let's address this actually. Because dude, I'm so mad. I need to go through my Sims and like delete a few expansion packs I have because it's like killing it. Because I deleted my game because I wanted to make a new file with all my friends again.
For sure.
But I can't. It like never loads. It just crashes because I think it's just like too much for my
Okay.
shitty computer.
Well, it's
So,
So I gotta like
like.
delete like. I need to figure out how to go through and like unhack in my.
I'm so sorry. I'm distracted by the
sorry.
background.
No.
We can't.
I'm missing the headsets and mics right about now.
I know.
Anyways, sorry. The lesbian barrier has been made.
This is insane.
So basically, what I'm hearing is that you have an excuse for why I haven't.
Yeah, my computer's being shitty and I need to delete like a few. I'm gonna delete a lot of my stupid expansion packs. Like there's a Star Wars one I never use. Never. Because who's using Star Wars on The Sims?
Nerds.
The only one,
Virgins.
the only expansion you need is where men can now get impregnated by aliens.
Preach!
Real.
He was impregnated and then I killed him because his Sim started
Did I have a
pissing
baby
me off.
in me or?
Yeah, it was in
Wow.
Because you got abducted and then when you got fucking pregnant, you just got annoying as hell and you had to get 100
He was
more
very-
things.
he was
He was
Honestly, that was
moody.
period.
And this was also when I had a lot of more mods in that made him like a lot more personality wise. And since you were pregnant, you're like personality pregnant. And I was like, damn, waking up mad, back hurting, throwing up. Like, my golly, miserable all day. So I had to kill
Golly
you.
gee gosh, die.
Yeah.
Put me on a
Oh
hamster
my
wheel,
God.
huh?
That's alright. Catherine has a few topics for us. So,
Okay, that's perfect. I was gonna start by saying the last time Maggie and I were on ADR was before we went to Namibia.
So actually, I'm gonna stop you right there because we were on first thing in the fall. I'm gonna be so honest though.
Catherine,
Like,
you were
it
on it
wasn't.
like twice in the fall.
What?
It was the first episode back was us.
And then the
But-
second episode you did was on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
You were on
one
there
doesn't
twice.
count.
But this is what I'll say is that I feel like we didn't do the show nor ourselves justice
Okay,
in that
sound
episode,
off.
so we can pretend it didn't happen and like this is
What
us
was the
back.
first one? Why didn't we?
It was We Are So Back. I
Yeah.
remember the
We're
episode.
fresh.
I think we just talked about like summer camp and like the salmon bake and like
Oh,
your reverse
that's
Laura.
right. Okay.
Oh my god, that's how early it was.
But
think
it
we
didn't
did
go up on
his-
YouTube, right? I feel like it didn't go up on YouTube.
I don't think.
I
people
don't think
wanted
so.
it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
also in that weird era when I didn't have the login. I had to make a new YouTube account. So
Oh
So
yeah.
the
It was
viewers
lost to the
take
void.
comment, make connection. Like,
Yeah. Yes.
okay.
So good thing we brought a man on this time with us.
Perfect.
Right?
Okay.
Everything's for a reason. Okay.
Um,
He's just
well,
playing
my-
with his candy.
My other
quiet,
topic is what we're doing, like where we are, and who was doing what before we came here. If that makes sense.
Okay. So let's work backwards. We are in San Diego.
Woo!
Sound off.
You because it's
Hometown
springtime.
of,
Micah.
and
Alessandra.
Alessandra! Thank you.
I don't think
Oh my
Montana
god.
Micah, maybe.
Topic coming soon. How this is Alessandra's hometown, but we'll get there.
oh yeah. Sure.
I feel like
Um,
it fits her vibe.
what?
I've been reflecting on it. I've been reflecting.
Okay.
On it. I've been reflecting.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. So it's spring break and we're in San Diego. We've now been here for 2 days. Asterisks. Asterisks.
I've been here for 4
Asterisk.
days.
And why have you been here for 4 days?
Because I'm a nerd.
Nerd AF.
Yes, and
Because I'm here for a chemistry concert.
Concert.
Conference.
Okay.
That would be cool.
Can you
And yeah.
drink some more, please?
Oh.
You're just,
Wow.
like, not on a
Are we
roll
allowed to
anymore.
talk about such things on the pod?
Well, this is going on YouTube, and I think. Okay. Anyway.
Basically, Kat took
No. What are you about to say?
you're on Kat.
Okay.
Okay.
What is going on?
I don't know.
I just.
So I'm a nerd, and I came to present stuff, not cool research, as Maggie has told me, but Chem Club. So, yeah.
What did you even talk about? Like
Good question.
Cool stuff that we did at Chem Club, like
mold
Mole Day.
Oh!
Which is so cute.
Like you're giving.
It was a fun event, other than you getting.
I learned something.
Shit on.
I learned about this stuff that.
Oh my
shit
god,
that
I
goes
did
through
like
man.
that. I did like
And I learned
that.
about
the shit that coaching.
There was one station with like kale or
Algae?
some shit where the green color comes
So
from.
she actually
That
didn't
was
learn
cool.
shit. She just like saw some stuff.
Yup.
I learned what a polymer was.
I learned where Reiki is.
Wow. Wow.
And you also learned that they clearly get a little bit more funding than the English department.
I learned that they're spoiled bitches, and I also learned that the type of human being that studies stuff is someone I want to stay away from.
You want to stay away from me?
Not you.
Wait, can I tell the
Because
story?
Elijah's one of the good ones. Yes, you may tell the
Okay.
story.
All minorities? Holy shit.
No, but actually this story... No, because this does put you in a good light, though, because you were nice.
Thank you.
Basically, speaking of being nice, Kat and I were helping Elijah at like a Halloween event.
Charity work.
Basically, yeah.
I might get a massive fucking crush on me.
We weren't even dating. This poor kid
Forgot
said,
about
hey, I'm a poor schmuck in Chem Club, and I'm surrounded by losers, nerds, and virgins. Could you
Just like
cool
going up to
people...
the internet and the Chem Club.
I hope Chem Club sees this.
Whoa.
Chem Club, if you're watching...
I hope they don't see this. Stop.
If you're watching this, I want you to
Don't
hear
I
my
saw it in
lyrics.
his face for a split second.
And I want
Just
you
talk
to
about the dry
reflect.
ice specifically.
Okay, basically, Kat and I were being really helpful. Again, we are not in Chem Club. We were just being really good people. And our job was to sit at the door with
Love.
the snacks between Kat and
I'm
I.
interrupting this woman.
But
I'm so
with the
confused.
snacks and with the punch and give it to the people coming to the event.
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
A professor, what is the professor with the big beard?
Dr.
Dr.
Yakulis.
Eggy.
Yakulis.
I love Dr.
Yakulis?
Eggy.
Yakulis.
Dr. Yakulis gave Kat and I like dry ice to put in the punch. He gives us the dry ice and he said, put it in the punch. Those were his instructions. So we go, la la la, we go to put it in the punch.
It's supposed to be like witches brew vibes.
It was a Halloween event, if I didn't mention that. All of a sudden, like 6, it was actually probably like 2, but whatever, Chem Club members flock on us and they're like, you can't put that in there. That's so dangerous. Do you even know what that is? We can't even touch it. You think we can drink it? And I was like,
And my
duh,
kids-
duh.
I had already fucking touched the dry ice, and I was like, bitch, like, do you see my fingers?
That's what I'm saying. And also, have you ever looked at, I don't know, Pinterest? This is what everybody does. You get the foggy punch, whatever.
Right, like, I did this in 2007.
That's what I'm saying, you dumb bitches in 2024 couldn't catch up.
The year of 2024.
That's
right?
the year of our Lord and Savior.
They were
And
scared of
so-
some witches brew.
Oh my god, I
Crazy.
wish they would. Anyways, so, and then we got lectured, and me and Kat literally the whole time were just sitting there like,
It was.
I think we were told to put it in the punch. So we leave it out, like the little
sheep we are.
sheep we are, thank you. And then the professor comes back over and he's like, no, it has to go in the punch. And I said, where's my gun? I need to get to work.
I said, where's my degree? It's in humanities. Bye, bitches. That's how I
It
felt.
should be in
Elijah
Canada.
did invite me, and me and Lauren looked him in the face and said, "Fuck that, no."
But Lauren is
That's
like,
so fair.
well, Lauren is,
Yeah,
isn't she econ?
yeah.
I
We
feel
actually
like
did
it's,
go
like,
to an
really-
event
I talked to
in
Lauren
Morgan
2 times
recently.
before that, so.
Okay.
We actually went to an event in Morgan recently. We went to the coding cafe that they had. It
Because
was
I
pretty
would,
good.
I would hit
Orchid
that.
Madness is a pretty fun event.
Lauren was talking to us quite the oddball there. And
Okay. Public
I
platform.
like it.
And he
Okay.
And it'd be like, you know this guy?
Next topic.
Do you know this guy?
Okay, we spent. Focus.
Give me my kendama. Wait, could I maybe show the viewers what we found today?
Oh god.
Yeah, we were walking on the
She
beach.
feels like
and
a second host.
Maggie stole this from a child. She just stole it from
No.
their
There was no
parents.
child present.
Here,
No,
this
I
is a
found it.
reenactment.
I found it.
La. Give me that. And she ran off with
You're
it.
gonna clock yourself. Yeah, basically, I did find it on the side of the road today, but this is a perfect segue to me showing off some tricks. Ready?
He's up.
Ooh, I'm a little drunk. Hang on. Sorry.
That's scary.
Why is this the one time you guys actually shut up? Hang on.
Like, I'll do it first try. Watch.
No,
Watch.
stop, because I can't do it.
Okay, give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm starting to
You
get
get one more,
embarrassed
you get
for
one more,
myself.
and then it's
Okay, wait.
fine.
I probably won't get it my first try, but I'll try.
I'm just worried for the two skulls
First
sitting
of all, it has
next
to
to
be the bigger side.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was really close.
I've knocked that condom for like 5 years. Hold on.
I've never done this.
Oh fuck, I can't.
Wait, but I do want the viewers to know that the last time that
She
I was
was kinda
perfecting,
hitting it.
thank you. The last time I was perfecting my skills was when I had COVID in like 2021.
Oh, she's getting emotional.
It was a really dark time, and I was low-key fired at it, but that wasn't
How many
good.
did you get in a row? While we were walking to the beach?
I think like maybe 57 or something.
Close, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. I was
Oh.
like, really
55,
Oh, that
57.
Okay, this is a boring conversation. Let's talk about.
Wow. Wow.
Let's talk about me.
We can talk about why we're in San Diego, and then I was also thinking interesting topic could be like experience with like the year 21, or like Maggie, like what you're like
fuck.
experiencing.
So, about you.
Okay, so you want to
No,
talk about your birthday?
Not about me specifically at all. I just think like 21 is in
Because
the
one
air.
of us can't talk about this experience.
Relationship with.
Ready?
Okay, anyway.
Sorry, relationship with alcohol.
What do
Go.
you mean why we're in San
Like
Diego?
sound off. You lost your ID. Like experience with age.
That's not why I'm in San Diego, though, no.
Yeah, but just like relating to age. Does it make sense?
Basically, Elijah's old.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck. I'm a pedophile because I'm dating a 20-year-old.
Winces from the crowd.
I know, like, even she was weirded the fuck out. Like,
And yeah, I don't know. I lost my ID. That has my debit card, my credit card, my Costco membership. Really sad about
And
that.
most importantly,
My ID, my Fred Meyer membership, my
did you guys know he
card.
had a Costco membership?
I did. I've been to Costco with him.
Oh, many
You just won't
times.
show
The
up.
Rebel
I
likes to
got
hit Costco.
I got a Costco slice.
You can think more
It was
fun.
I knew I shouldn't have hit that. I knew I shouldn't have hit that.
Oh, should we talk about the Uber driver?
Wow, that was literally the
No, wait,
craziest
I
That was
actually-
literally
experience of
my
my
favorite
life.
Lyft ride ever. Because he just, like, didn't give a fuck.
Was that
Like,
Lyft?
Bro,
It was Lyft.
you know what's probably actually the funniest thing was him not. Should we get some background about this Uber driver?
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel
Let's
like we
get
skip past birthdays.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Do you want to talk about you?
No.
You sure?
This is a good.
Okay, so a little background. We went to downtown San Diego, and then we got a little drunk, got a lot of food. Loki want to puke.
Spent a lot of money.
A
We're
lot of
so
money.
poor,
And
yeah.
then we took an Uber back to our Airbnb, and that Uber was not what we expected, I would say. Very much a San Diego vibe, very much a different
Outspoken man. Quite
outspoken
outspoken person.
Well,
black person vibe.
he was
This
on
is
the phone with
underbite.
his mom. That's a key
I
detail.
did.
Yeah.
That was his
There
mom?
Yes,
Yes.
his mom.
Did you not? Mom's on the
Okay.
dashboard?
No, I did not. I was
And
not.
so-
I was trying not to throw up. I was sitting on the left,
Yeah,
like
you were locked in.
I forgot you get like car sick.
I was about to say I-5. It was not I-5, but it was like
No,
It's the San Diego equivalent.
Oh shit! It was I-5.
Yeah. We're going down
Because
I-5.
I-5 is just one long highway. Okay. So we were on I-5, and I was literally listening to.
You had headphones in?
I was
That whole time?
Yes.
No! Did you hear anything?
I was listening half.
Okay.
Big bag, big bag.
I heard that, and I heard like some weird conversation about like how.
So
Yeah.
essentially, this guy was having a conversation. Our driver, our Uber driver, not just like Amari or somebody else, but this Uber driver was having a conversation with his mom. Key detail.
It
and
sounded like
two-
it was his baby mama.
No,
That
not even
came
his baby
up,
mama,
but
his
that
homie,
came up,
his
though.
homie.
It
And
sounded
we
like
were
he was
like,
like a goddamn friend.
yeah,
like,
and
this-
he was going into details. And at first, I feel like it was like about his life. He was just talking to his mom about like going to SeaWorld and stuff and the
Oh,
zoo.
yeah.
Like,
and they're like,
It
oh
was
yeah, we'll
awesome.
see you soon. We'll see you soon.
And then
can I interject really quick? Because
Yeah.
the way the car ride started was him asking his mom on the speakerphone, "Are you going home right now?" But
And Elijah goes, Yeah.
No, I said that too. I said that too.
I was so
But then he asked it again, and I was like, yeah. It wasn't until the
But he asked it again because we fucking interjected.
He never said a word to us. He never even said hello when we got in the car, and when we got out of the car, he was still on the fucking phone with his
He
mom.
literally only told me how to adjust the seat. That was literally the only thing he said to me.
Well, the only time I interacted with him was when Amari from the back seat said to you, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And then that was the only
She
time
shushed
the
me.
driver even acted like we were in the car because he turned around
Dude,
and looked at
he-
Amari like this.
Did he think I was talking about him or something?
I
It was
think
like
so.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was insane.
That was my first lift experience.
Because he like whipped, like the car kind of whipped, like it was already silent, but like even the mom silenced up and like I feel like she looked at me for a second too and I was like,
Yeah.
and then had to be like, Elijah.
What do you think he has a probation officer for?
Yeah, what kind of crime is
Hopefully
he
not
for?
drinking and driving.
It's a great
No,
one.
I'm
It's a good
thinking
one.
more like
Fraud.
Petty crimes.
No.
Robbery.
maybe like identity theft.
Ooh,
I think
that's
it's
a
like
good one.
It's
public.
such a niche one.
That's what I mean. But
I feel
he kinda
like
gives
smart
it,
people
though.
do that.
Whoa.
Well, he's smarter than his parole officer, and he told us that. Well, he told his
Mhm.
mom that, but we were there. So
And
maybe he's as
I
smart
just
as
think
he
there's
is.
Was
four
there,
witnesses,
was there like a lock
so-
on the steering wheel? You
How
know,
the
type of thing
fuck
you have to
would he
blow
drive?
into.
Oh.
I did
Oh.
not know.
Wait,
That,
Whiskey plates?
it would have been on my side.
It was kind of a nice ass car too,
You
though.
wanna know a
That was like
crazy
a
story?
nice car.
My health teacher in high school, I was a sophomore, it was right before COVID. While she was my teacher, she got like her third DUI or something. Yes, and so then I'm
Good
pretty
God.
sure, I forget what the alternative is, so maybe I'm making it more dramatic, but I think you can either do jail time or get whiskey plates and a breathalyzer installed in your car.
Yeah.
And she obviously chose the latter, and so she had whiskey plates and a breathalyzer.
What are whiskey
Yeah, I was
plates?
gonna ask that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
So I'm gonna be super
You
honest.
don't even know.
No, and my pea brain is picturing like a alcohol themed license plate.
That's literally what I'm thinking. Like a
Instead of
license
California,
plate.
it just says whiskey.
It just
That's
is
what
like
I'm
alcohol.
Well, I was thinking it's like
Yeah.
like the state, and then each side is like whiskey bottle this way, like
Yeah, it's, like,
upwards,
kinda
whiskey
fun.
bottles downward. It's like kind of like, ooh, like,
Don't mind if I
is it
do
worth
it.
the
It
DUI?
must be some people know.
It says it's just in Minnesota.
Oh.
What the fuck?
So
I
it
love
like
when
starts
it's
out
niched
with
and-
WA.
Oh.
So like everybody knows this fucker's of like a horrible
Wait, that's
person.
actually
I kinda
good for
like
you to
that.
know
They
that.
go to
I
know
like
there's
that.
like a chance that they're a little bit of a liability.
Next time I'm whipping around in Minnesota, if I see a WK, I'll know to steer clear. Have you ever seen a drunk driver on the road?
Yeah.
Me.
I
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah, when I
exciting.
looked in my driver mirror.
How did you know?
Oh my god, it was crazy. I'm actually gonna sound like a snitch, but I was working at camp and this guy was driving crazy.
So you called 911 because that's not
Yeah,
a
we
snitch.
did.
Maggie, that's not a
Yeah, we
snitch
did.
thing to
He
do.
was like
Starting to
swerving.
sound like a snitch. I didn't want people to die. Like what?
Sorry, I mean started. Wait.
Don't be sorry.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, he was driving crazy, and so yeah, we called the cops and we gave like where we were and the license plate, and I
Damn.
don't know what they really do with that, but that was it. But also, what if he was just like a really bad driver and then?
He was still dangerous.
See, I don't. That's the thing. I don't know if I've ever seen a drunk driver because I sometimes just like, damn, you fucking suck.
When I
like,
saw when he swerved 3 lanes back and forth, and then
Oh,
we
really?
drove past him, and he was like actively like yelling, and we were like,
3 lanes is.
"This guy's not." Like,
Because like most of the time
You're
when
right
I
now.
see people like swerving, they'll like go in and out of their lane like a lot, like from side to side. I'm like, damn, you just like trying to see what's ahead of you that badly, like
but I do
you
that,
that
when
much in a
sober.
hurry. That's the thing. People
As
do
you
that when
know.
you're sober, or like they'll swerve in and out of lanes, but they're like kind of like GTAing it, and they're like. So I'm just like, do I like call the cops for like being a boss ass bitch? Like, sorry, like.
Is that illegal?
Like, I could never drive like that in a billion years, so, like,
Yeah.
props to you for getting away with this. Like, I'm not, I ain't gonna stop you, I'm gonna
Right.
cheer you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 90% of drunk drivers I've seen are like the driver while I'm in the backseat of the car. So
Are you
That's-
saying
things that
Does
happen in
that
Fairbanks,
often?
like,
Oh my god.
that's not
crazy
good?
thing to
That's-
well, I'm not the one driving the car. I feel like
Really,
that
I
makes it
heard a little
better.
story about somebody whipping out of a driveway the other day.
That was not the other day. It was 2015.
You were 12.
Don't worry about
You were
it.
12?
Okay? This was yes. No, I'm kidding. It was in like it doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay, I know the answer for Catherine, but I actually don't know the answer for you or you. Did you pass your driver's test on the first try?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
And that's not being a bad bitch.
Dude, no, it was dumb as. Oh, I will never forget why I failed it. It's because
Mine was not dumb.
it was two fucking things. It was one. Do you guys know you have to use a blinker at a roundabout?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
You have to use a blinker at a
Wait,
roundabout.
but I have a question. To enter
You failed
or the
though
whole
on that?
time?
No, there's another thing. There was a blinker at a roundabout,
Not the entrance
right?
is one way.
but it's just because
Wait.
none of my family did that before. When I told them about it, my whole family like had like a whole like mental like.
But they'll dump you
Googling
like
and,
2
their
points
job.
on that,
What?
no?
And then
cruel
the other
person
thing I
put a
messed up was
roundabout in
I
your head?
sped in a school zone,
Okay.
but it's because it was not a school day. School was out that day.
Were the lights flashing?
No. He just said, you have to go 23. And I said, there's no school. He goes, for the test, you have to. And I said, the fuck?
Doesn't let me know.
Well, you want to know what I did? I ran the stop sign in the DMV parking lot. Every other no, but I swear to God, it's just a California stop. Fuck me, okay? I'm a baddie. All the other shit, like parallel parking, aced it. Like the turn your blinker on the roundabout, I did all of that. I also sped. But
So what was your final score?
failing.
I get a number?
I don't know what there was a number, but I took it with Andrew, so I just remember
In
being-
Colorado, I think the roundabout thing was an automatic fail for me. So.
That is
I
crazy.
crazy that you have
Yeah.
roundabouts in your test. That's psychotic.
We don't have parallel parking.
We don't have
in
parallel
our
parking
tests.
though.
We
We
don't
don't
have
that was like the
back-end
only
parking
parking. We
in
don't
our
have that.
tests.
The
We
90
have
degree
parallel
backing.
parking, and I've never fucking.
We didn't have any of that. We just had to like pull in
I'm
So
sure
you
forward.
had
live in
that.
Fairbanks.
That's
The
what I'm saying,
second
it should be,
time
like,
though-
place-based.
The second
That would
time
make
though,
more
I
sense.
low key should have failed it because he's like, okay, are you ready? I never figured out how to like move the seat far enough, so I was like sitting like this on the seat the whole time, and I was still kind of like. It was not like this, but it was still like kind of outstretched a little bit, so it was really hard for me to like gas up like really fast. And
Oh
at
my
the end of the
God.
thing, he said I passed it, but he was like, a little tip for the future: try to turn and go a little faster. And I was like, good to know. But I couldn't do it because like my foot, and like this was like my foot on the brake, so it was like barely on it. So I had to like put a lot of pressure to turn. And I was like, fuck. And since my twin took it right after me, I was like, I did not figure out how to move the seat, so you should ask him.
Oh
So
my
he
God.
did, and he passed it. No, he failed it too, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
My
what I'm
brother
saying. They fail.
3 times to pass.
Okay, but my pass is like fraudulent. Like it's not because I did it at a private company. Like I didn't do it at the DMV.
So what, you just like
What?
slipped them a tenner? and
No,
then you
I was the same way. I was the
You
same
didn't go
way.
to the DMV?
No.
No, in my
There's like private companies
there's-
that do
yeah,
it.
there's
They're like
multiple
certified by the
places.
DMV, but the test is so much easier.
That's how it was for me, and I still failed it.
That doesn't look good. That's how it was for me. And I
No,
still
but
failed
genuinely,
it.
that's what it is in Alaska. Everybody's just like, oh, if you want to pass, like, go to Cherokee.
I think it also
Pass.
depends on the person you
And
have.
you
Because
I
Dude, the first guy I had was a bitch, and I
Yeah.
sped
Did you
as
fail
fast
it
as-
your first time?
Oh yeah, because
Why
I
was
sped. He said I sped.
Bro, apparently it's like illegal to speed.
Stupid one.
I
Yeah.
don't care.
I
Let me
don't
follow you
totally
home and
remember.
see what happens.
Yeah.
See how many laws you
I think I should have failed because there was a 4-way intersection and it was a red light and I was turning right and the car that was coming onward had their blinker on and then they didn't turn. They didn't end up turning to the intersection I was coming out of, and so I turned and then all you hear is a honk and I'm just like, uh-oh, like fuck. And then we like drive like 50 more feet and the instructor goes, you should have watched the car behind you. And I was just like, sorry, but
What is
So
it
you had a
behind
close
you do?
collision and you still passed?
yeah, because he
Meanwhile-
was a chiller.
Oh, dude, my guy told me
Real.
that I
Real.
went a little fast through an intersection, and then he was like, and I even looked to see if your foot was on the brake, and it wasn't, and that's why I failed.
That must be some safe.
And I
calls.
drove 4 hours to my test too.
I remember
Oh
Yes.
my god, you
I
know
know.
why my brother failed?
Was it on your
I don't know why my brother failed the first time, but the second time was so bad that he had to pull out the emergency brake and stop it.
That's
So there was like a
Oh,
close
that happened to
collision
me.
apparently.
That really happened to me.
Wait, what?
Multiple times.
I never want to drive with you. I never want
No,
to drive
because
with you.
when I tried to leave without stopping, because the California stopped to use the e-brake, and
What's that for?
it's a sliver.
Never mind.
Okay, he's having some paranoia.
Yeah.
But the other time was when I'm pretty sure it was like a green light circle that was like yield, I think.
Because you were turning left?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I tried to go, and he deemed the car to be like not enough space to go, if that makes sense.
What the fuck?
But I thought I could make it. Apparently not. So yeah.
Yeah, driving test is like low-key like the only time, besides when you like pass a cop, where you have to like lock in and be like an actual like legal driver, which
That's
fucking
crazy
sucks.
to say, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like
That's why Waze is good. Waze shows the police officer.
No,
So does maps. No, obviously
Google
it's
Maps
speed
does it
traps.
too,
And
yeah.
yeah.
it
You
tells
just
you
set
speed
up,
traps,
like,
but it doesn't tell you how close a police.
but
Okay.
also you like did like a fraudulent one, so like you can't say much because I like
It's true.
I
Never
was
gone in a car
licensed by
crash.
my own state.
Yeah, I've never run in a car crash either.
No,
Same.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't drive. I have to do it. So
That was a lie.
I
I've
don't
gotten in
really
3
care.
crashes.
I also fucking
Almost
hate
killed
driving,
us.
so.
Oh
That
my
lie slipped up the toilet bowl, dude.
god. I did almost kill both of you.
That
Yeah.
was insane. Multiple times.
No, just once.
Car
was
crashes
really
are in
bad.
the air. I was almost killed by time. Like,
Oh, story time for the pod. Story
Oh
time
my
for the pod.
God.
We were driving to Mama's
Did you hear about
Spa.
this?
No, I've
It was
never heard of
it was
this.
actually okay.
I feel
Tyne,
bad.
if you're watching, I promise it was really okay because she had some serious like
love you.
PTSD trauma as well as like low-key guilt afterwards, which is fair because it was scary. But we're going. What was
Was it her fault? Yeah.
Yeah. There was actually
Who else's fault?
the barrier. The median.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I was really
Basically,
paying
what
attention.
happened was okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're like in a 3-lane.
International Lakewood.
Well, you're turning off of the
District.
freeway, and so it's hard because you have to immediately merge to the right if you're not turning to go to that target.
So, but essentially, she turned onto the 3-way. That a turn lane is turn only, so then it turns to a 2-lane. Essentially,
Jesus
she
did not understand that.
did not
The
turn.
viewers will.
So
Okay.
we're plowing through this intersection, but there is no lane. So we're just headed straight for the median. But Tiny's like la 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 la. And we're probably going like at least 45.
No, we were going at like a clip.
Yeah.
She was trying to pass the car that wouldn't slow down.
There's also a big pickup next to us who is in a lane going to a lane, okay, which is how you drive. And then I'm in the front seat and I remember being like, what is her plan here? And so we're all like, Ty, the median. She's like, fuck. She turns right, I guess, tries to merge, goes up and over the median,
It
and
was
then
crazy.
somehow
Were
doesn't
you there?
hit this
Yeah.
truck and is able to merge, I think, behind it, or maybe it got out of the way.
The only thing I remember is I think Maggie or somebody being like, "There's a median there. There's a median there. There's a median there. There's a median," and just feeling boom, boom, and then we're just like, "What just happened?
I do.
Like what?"
Yeah, well,
Did you guys,
and
like,
the
go
whole car
silent
was like,
after
go,
that?
go.
We were all
Yeah.
laughing.
Silent for the rest of the
Yeah.
It
Well,
was-
yeah.
And then some giggles.
Well, because she felt really bad,
She
and
did
we were
feel
like,
really bad.
"We're okay. We're safe."
Because I've driven with Ty so many times, it was just like a one-off like,
Fine.
weird thing, but
And I've done so much worse.
But it wasn't terrifying. The
Yeah,
fact that we had
you're
no
like,
scratches.
She's like concerning, and like the fact that you're like our main driver is like.
it's
No, I
been
don't
a
know.
decision. Like we
Yeah.
should have
Yeah.
died there.
There was one time where I wasn't in the far left lane and I tried to whip a Yui with Elijah and Kat and I almost like I just turned into the car next.
Maggie's had some rough moments for sure.
One time with a loot van with a bunch of loots, I went 40 around a roundabout. Me and roundabouts, I just like being for
40?
Yeah.
They're all like,
Some
Dude, I was kind of like zoning out, like driving bad as fuck, like zoning out. But I thought my foot was like low key on the brake.
These fuck ass kids want to go on
I thought my foot was low key on the brake. I look at the gas, we're going past, I'm like, my foot ain't on the brake. And then Amanda, yeah, it was Lily Jenkins. She was, Amari! And I go, my B.
I still can't
fucking
get
hate driving.
you driving like this out of my head.
You're so
Dude.
tall too.
It was just like, I couldn't get it. Like, I was just like, I had to be like that or like, just like locked in up forward.
It's actually too funny. Well, I have gotten criticized before because I like to drive really close to the steering wheel. My mom always tells me that if I get rear-ended, I'm gonna break my kneecaps.
Well, I was thinking more about. I was thinking more about you're like a one hand on
That's rough.
I-5 type of person.
What?
Like a one hand on I-5 type
Me?
of person. Because I'm always like a one hand, but I feel like on the highway in Alaska, like nobody's there, so it's fine.
I do my best. Look, I was taught 10 and 2, but I literally do my best driving with one hand at 6. Yeah.
Like
I
I want to
definitely-
say same, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I'm like chopsticks basically. Like I drive like this.
What? That's argument.
Pincers. I drive with my
I feel like I'm like a really big over top or like.
There's something kind of hot about it.
No, there's
Yeah.
not. Somebody's like
No, it's kind of like, it's almost
But
like...
sometimes I do have to lock in and be like, Like when I started going 40 over that roundabout, I said,
Yeah.
this is how I was doing it at first, and I said, okay. Lock in.
Yeah.
Speaking of loop vans, are you still going to Northwest Challenge?
I was never going.
Oh, perfect.
Are you going?
For those
Because I'm gonna be in
listening,
Whitby. Everybody
Yeah.
knows.
Oh, that's
Everybody
right.
listening should go to know what Northwest is. If anybody doesn't, then they're in like the wrong sphere.
It's true.
They're like, how did I get here?
damn, that was so elitist.
True.
Well, I'm just
What if
saying.
somebody just like stumbled across?
I know his audience. That's all I'm saying. Frisbee. Okay.
Are we at half an hour yet?
I'm trying to see. We actually are at 30 minutes.
No way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should we say like our goodbyes?
I feel like we didn't even talk about California at all.
Do we want to add 5?
Guys, Kat is 21. She turned 21 yesterday. That was part of the reason
We
why
can
we're
add
here.
on, it could be longer.
Oh, great.
That's true. People have been saying that
Because
the
we don't
movie isn't
have,
long
we
enough.
also don't have like music, because
I was gonna hit that.
I ain't in the stew.
Why did we make a playlist?
For vibes. Tradition, I guess.
Right, yeah.
My songs were fucking fire. I picked.
Dude, so were mine. I
Okay,
put on
it's
Harley's
fine.
and
We
Hawaii.
can drink and
We can.
listen to them.
We can
afterwards.
acapella.
Okay, perfect.
If you're not fucked up right now. Shots.
Oh my god, that was terrible. Holy
Okay, damn.
So, anyways, we're in California.
shots! That's all I heard.
Yesterday,
Holy fuck.
Oh.
yesterday,
That was fucking terrible.
Okay, alright.
Wait, what? Why?
yesterday we went to the beach. It was pretty fun. We were there for a long time. Some of us got a little burnt.
Some of us.
Oh my god, can we talk about that? Can we?
Some of us need like skin grafts.
Do
In
you wanna
places
show?
where you don't want a skin graft. No, I don't want to show.
Basically, am I allowed to share?
Yes.
Kat was really good about putting sunscreen everywhere except her ass cheeks. So she did really good, but she has like 3rd-degree burns on her ass
butt.
and only her ass. And my favorite part, is this too much detail?
No, I know what you're about to say.
Is that you can see like where her little sunscreen hands stop putting it on her butt, because you just have these like burnt fingers on each cheek.
No, it literally looks like I'm permanently like photo negative 5 stars.
It's just crazy. Ugh.
It's really great. It's really fantastic.
And also, that might have been like the warmest day this week we've been here.
It's
'cause
true.
It's been cold and chilly after,
It's
which
true.
kind of sucks.
But it's
But
okay because we
unfortunate.
keep each other warm at night. It's like it's not something to be worried about.
Oof.
Because we've been finding other things to do.
yeah,
It's
we
true.
went for a long walk today.
That's
That's
right.
pretty
Took us
fun.
on a hike through
We
the
went to,
forest.
what was the school? La Pointe?
Point Loma.
The point.
Point, you were close.
Point Loma. Point Loma University.
Which we
Yeah,
found
sure.
out.
Yep.
Well, okay, on that
Wow.
note, it was like
Beautiful, beautiful,
it was
beautiful.
like PLU but beachy and hot.
God.
Right?
The student body. The student
The
body.
student body. Well,
And
I
the
was
environment.
the
And the
everything
environment.
about it. The
The school was
campus, the
pretty-
people.
Well, Elijah thought the science place was lacking, but like Fuji.
I think
That is
that
not
was, I
true.
believe,
That is
sarcasm.
literally
I
the
do believe
opposite.
that was
Oh.
Said like there's
sarcasm.
something about Ricky, I thought.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this Riki is so much better than this, but it was very
Oh, that was
big
sarcasm?
sarcasm.
I did
Oh my-
not catch up
it
on
was like
that.
glass
I
building
didn't
with, like-
catch on it either.
I don't even know what Ricky looks like.
Yeah, I don't have enough knowledge of
Disgusting.
Reiki to like
Yeah.
know if that was like a bad joke or not, because I've never been on like their
Disgusting.
actual lab floor. So
I don't mind it.
Imagine like every lab thing is from the 80s.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, the nursing building.
Everyone there was so tanned and so pretty.
What?
And like the thing is, Catherine was like trying not to look out of place, but the thing was we were the only ones dressed for like the summer. Everyone
you and
was
I were
dressed
the only
up.
people of color there.
That's true. And Kat and I were definitely the palest people on campus.
Yeah.
Everyone was
It
kind
doesn't
of
even matter what we
tan and
Every man was
sun-kissed.
tan and beautiful. Everyone was
The doc game was
sun-kissed
really
to the
strong, like,
core.
everyone,
Was really
yeah,
What's the docking?
like the shoes.
Doc
Like there were a
Martens.
lot.
Oh.
There were
Yeah.
a lot of
Did
platform
not hear
docs.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we did do
People
that.
were so active and just outsidey.
Even though it was cloudy. Well,
It was cloudy. It was so nice
They were all
still.
bundled up.
But it also
That was
seemed
really
like it was chilly for them as well
Yeah.
at the same time.
when like Loki on that little hill,
Girl,
I
I
worked
was-
up a sweat.
No, I
You
was.
were sweating
Mari
hard.
needed
worked up a
towel.
sweat.
You were
Me
sweating
and
hard.
humidity never mix, and it's just like
And that's okay.
Dude, it's like I have a traumatic memory with it. It was when I took the tour of Kansas State University with my sister.
Lots of
Because she went there, and it was a pre-tour of it, and...
What's that university like?
It's pretty big, it's
Everyone is
really
LBT.
cool. It's in a college town, which is, like, awesome, because it's, like, built around it. But it just, like, snapped, like, at one point, like, 15 minutes into the tour, it just was, like... And the thing was, I wasn't even, like, tired, because it was a campus tour. It wasn't, like, strenuous at all. So I was just like, why am I sweating so much? And my family was like, Amari, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, do you need your inhaler? I'm like, no, I'm like breathing fine. I'm just sweating a lot. So I just think I sweat a lot in high humidity.
It's good for you though.
I feel like because you're like abnormally high testosterone.
Have you ever done steamy yoga?
I sweat that. Go to spin, bro. At spin, you'll literally like sweat off your.
I will say I'm not a sweaty girl, but I do sweat at spin. Yeah.
And then I can get abs.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Or hit the Stairmaster for 45 minutes.
I need to.
I don't know if I've ever felt like my core
Stairmaster makes you
spinning
feel like a
with
baddie.
rage.
Yeah, now that
I guess
my
actually
headphones
like
again, I need to start doing
isolations
that
and
more.
shit. Well, even that like.
Well, actually, I thought it was a myth that ab
What?
workouts give you abs.
Like 2 conversations.
That's not true. It's definitely mainly diet.
It strengthens your abs.
It's
I
a
thought it was
muscle.
like if you do cardio, that can like give you abs. You know what I mean?
Because you're burning fat to show it. Like everybody has abs, but like
Ab workouts strengthen your abs to make your core stronger and more like
yeah. But then you have to be at a certain like
body fat.
to like show
Okay,
that.
Did
T.
you know that if you get your appendix taken
PT.
out, they saw through your abs?
If you get what?
Your appendix taken out?
Did they do that
my
to you?
6
No,
abs
but
are messed
my
up.
stepbrother.
Have you gotten your appendix taken out?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You?
Yes.
What do you mean? How are you answering for her? It's wrong body. Like what?
Hey, you think about
I
my
was just
appendix?
seeing if we could ride. God.
I'm feeling I would fucking know.
What?
I'm so confused.
Yes.
Did you take it out of me? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, you didn't know.
She like pulls it out.
Did you guys know that I was her sleep paralysis demon?
Yeah.
Isn't that
You
insane?
brought this up, but you've just like never elaborated that on me with it.
Okay, so like I was in Namibia. I took a nap in the afternoon, and then I was having some sleep shit in Namibia. I was like waking up from panic attacks. It was actually like.
Were you on malaria meds at the time?
No.
Oh.
Oh, speak up. Okay. And so I was taking a nap, and then it was the first time.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Okay, T. Period. And that's the only time I've ever had sleep paralysis, and so it was freaky AF. And you feel like you can't breathe. That's what happens when you have sleep paralysis. Like you feel like you can't
Demon
breathe.
Maggie look like?
Okay, she looked
I'm
just
so
like this one right here. That's the
This
scariest part. There was nothing that changed
What
about
did she
her.
do?
So
She's
she
like-
sat on me. She sat on me, and I couldn't breathe. And I kept thinking like, I need to get Maggie off my body so that I can breathe. And she wouldn't move.
Whole time it was just her.
The whole
It's
time.
actually really no. It is really scary though. I am offended that.
What
it
if you
was me.
like blacked
but
out
it is
every
really scary.
morning?
It was real, right?
It was real.
I kept waking up in Kat's bed. It was so scary.
No, it was really bizarre.
Anything Maggie associated with sleep is like no go.
Wow.
Magzilla.
We did have a bit of a hiccup last night.
Oh my
We did
God.
basically. Okay, let me explain. I'm not proud of it, and I am working on it.
That's insane.
It's just that I have an alter ego, and she comes out. If there's anything that like, okay, I can't even explain it. I love sleep so much. I sleep so much. My favorite thing in the world is when I wake up a little bit before I have to get up, and I get to go back to sleep. Like I love sleep. But on the flip side, if something happens in the middle of my night's sleep that brings me out of sleep and prevents me from going back to sleep, Magzilla comes out, and she's ugly, and she's mean, and she's just evil. I don't know how to explain it, and so I'm just so mad, and I'm so
when I tried to
unkind.
face the bulk of her yesterday, and I hit
I
the
know,
corner.
well, he's definitely met her.
multiple
I
times.
said, Maggie, don't treat her like that. In my head, as he searched.
Oh,
You were
you
just
are?
watching from the corner over there.
Wow, so
I just saw the whites of your eyes just looking at me like, help.
Basically,
I was like, Maggie, don't talk to him like that. In my head.
Wait,
Wait, that makes me
was
sound
so
verbally
funny, though.
abusive. I just get sassy.
You were verbally abusive.
I just get
You were so verbally abusive last night. Oh my god.
She's a girl. She's not verbally abusive. She just is sassy.
Thank you. I can't do wrong. Plus, it wasn't me. It's Magzilla. Like, I have no control.
Okay, so
over
what
her.
the fuck did Magzilla do? The light was on at 12:30 a.m. Nobody knew why, and Magzilla got up and was like, "Bah!" just like hitting the light switches.
Kind of, yeah.
And then eventually we figured out.
She just had a lot of attitude and sass, and she was really mean.
I will say it's possible.
And it was all my fault.
Was it your fault?
That's what Magzilla made it like.
No. Basically, just what happened was that. Basically, what happened.
Yes.
From my recollection, which again was Magzilla, so like maybe it's cloudy, was that Elijah wakes me up and he was like, "Maggie, you turned the light on," and my half sleepy brain is like, "How the fuck did I turn the light on? I've been sleeping. Like I should be sleeping right now, but you are bugging me, and this blazing light is in my eyes. What is going on?" He was like, "Yeah, you turned it on," and I was like, "Ah!" And then
That was literally our process of elimination. It's
But I blamed her.
Everybody-
I blamed her.
I was
You blamed me.
sleeping.
No,
Right?
she didn't.
No, she was like, "Can you turn the light off?" And I was like, "I'm trying." And
I did-
Maggie
okay.
turned it on.
I did think it was you guys because they were the last ones up. Also,
Yeah.
key details. We all share one room.
Oh, yeah, tiny
we're all in
tiny
one room
building.
right now.
We're basically in a tiny house. Anyways, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, I wake up, I'm being accused. Like, I'm already not my best self in this kind of context. And then, yeah, I don't remember much. But Elijah basically was just like, I really wasn't nice, which is not okay. And then I went over and I started smacking, started hitting the light switch, and it worked. And the lights
You
turned
turned
off.
2 more lights on. It did
But
not
I
work.
turned off the one that was the problem. And then I walked my
And
ass
then
back to bed and
yeah.
I went to
I
sleep.
forgot to turn every light off afterwards.
Because you turned the one outside off.
And it's
The
bright
best
as
part that
hell.
really exhibits Magzilla is you're like, finally, it worked. And 2 more lights were on. And you went back to sleep. And I'm like, Maggie, no. You turned 2 more lights on.
No, I actually remember
You
that.
have to turn these off too. So I turned the outside one off first. And then I turned the bottom one. And Magzilla just goes, finally, it's fucking solved. And goes back to sleep. And I'm just like, holy
I'm not
shit.
proud. I told you this
Holy
morning.
fuck.
This morning I said I'm gonna find a way to kill her. I did. I said this is my promise that I'm gonna find a way to kill
I didn't
at
tell
least.
you guys this, but like the first thought I had while I was like half asleep, just getting this berate of Magzilla was like, imagine this girl when she has kids and she has to wake up at 2 a.m. and she's just like, can you shut the fuck up? I mean, baby, shut the hell up. And
That
you're
makes
just
me
like,
sound no.
oh my
I'll
god.
be so patient.
I'm gonna be honest though. I don't think I've ever experienced Magzilla.
No, me neither. I'm happy.
It must be a you thing.
Yeah.
She's just.
Well, yeah.
Y'all are comfy. That means
I
a
will
lot.
say,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not. Like, how often am I like
Well,
spending
because
the night?
my
with
only
her?
experience is just that you're hard to wake up. Period. I remember.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was
What?
gonna say, like, mind you, if we didn't wake up Maggie for this whole thing, she would have
Yeah.
fully, like,
It's
we
true.
probably could have solved this without her, but
It's
we
my
chose to,
greatest
like, pin it
superpower.
on her and wake her up for some reason.
I think maybe this doesn't sound like an excuse because, like I said, like I need to find a way to push Magzilla down. But I think part of it is that I sleep so deeply
Yeah.
that when I am pulled out of it, I'm like so disoriented, and then I'm just like, cut.
Well, because I was gonna say one time when we were freshmen, I would do this to you now, but at the time, like I hadn't known you for that long. I wasn't napping, but we were in your bed, and you were like, "I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me up for dinner." And I remember I was like, it was about time to leave to go to dinner at the Commons, and they were like gonna close soon or something. I remember thinking like, "Fuck, do I try and wake her up?" And I like tried to wake you up, and you were like, and I was like, "Maggie, like it's time for dinner," and you'd be like, "Ah," and then just like go back to sleep. And I can't remember what I did. I think I either got dinner with someone else or just went alone because I was like, and I came back and like joked about it with you probably,
Okay.
and it was fine. But
Was it
like,
during daytime probably?
probably, but it was just like an example of like how deeply you slept and how like afraid I was to wake you up because I knew you wanted to
This
get
makes me
sleep
sound
so
like I'm a
badly.
horrible friend. and
No,
girlfriend.
you're
Oh, yeah,
not.
I was
You're
thinking
you're
about how,
definitely
like,
not.
Maggie just sleeps anywhere. The airport
Yes.
in Phoenix.
I got a full 5
I
hours.
On the
was on-
fucking
I didn't
bus.
sleep once in the airplane. You slept on the airplane, didn't you?
Oh, every single
She
one.
slept on the whole airplane.
Yeah.
We got to the airport. She was sleeping at the airport. You slept for a bit too, though. Right?
Like fucking barely.
I didn't sleep at all. I was up all night. All
Being
night.
constantly in
No
different
sleep.
spots.
Cause I feel.
And having to get used to it.
I was up all night.
There's lots of
I've
unpack
never
there.
really thought about
It
it.
was
Lots of
Magzilla.
unpack there.
Yeah.
Also, she probably did. You took like the longest nap out of all of us too. Right?
Have you seen her like twitch? That's when you're like,
Okay.
you know she's about to get into it.
Yeah, alright,
She's
alright,
about to
alright,
deep sleep.
Alright. Well,
Like
yeah.
she was doing that when you were smoking out there like 30 minutes ago.
Really?
I have been
Oh my
told
gosh.
this before, that I do
Okay,
like shake.
you should take a DNA test, cause well, not 23andMe though, cause they're going bankrupt.
I heard about
I
this.
know, I
It-
saw that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they're about to sell all this genetic data.
To who?
Good
They're
thing.
bankrupt, whoever buys it.
Elon Musk.
My DNA test was through my
You're trying to put me
heritage.
on a hamster wheel.
Oh, that's good.
Literally, like.
But they can tell you
We're all
the,
gonna be
the genes you have for
neurally
sleep
weird.
movement.
That's true.
So sleep movement is like how much you move in your sleep, and then also like tendency to sleepwalk, and like a bunch of other shit, like how
You
deep
should
you
sleep
sleep.
recording
Okay.
tonight.
Well, sure, but this is what I'll say is that maybe this is uninteresting to
Yeah,
those
with
listening,
4 other people,
but I
3
have
people
weird
in my
sleep
house.
stuff on both sides of my family. So like my mom is a sleep talker. My brother is a huge sleep talker, huge sleep
So probably
paralysis
inherited
person,
it.
huge sleepwalker. My uncle, my mom's brother, they had to put like bells on the door and shit because he kept walking outside.
Like a cat.
Yeah, and then I don't know about like if it goes that far back in my family, my dad's side, but my dad is similar to me where he sleeps so deeply. Like I remember as a kid, if I ever had to go like wake him up in the middle of the night or whatever, if you woke him up, he'd be like like that type of thing. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause,
So
like,
that was literally
you
my
always
mom.
like stare
I
at him.
hated
I hated
waking
it.
her.
Because my 6-year-old ass was always like, "You're so fucking dramatic. Like I just need a glass of water."
No,
like it pissed me
And since
off.
my dad was a truck driver, he was always gone. So it was always my mom. So if I had to do something, I'd literally. And since I also slept in the basement, I had to like make the journey, and I'd stand at the doorway for like a few seconds to contemplate and be like, I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I'd do it and be like.
Yes, dude. Oh my god, so you get it.
Like, you're alive, please. It's just me.
And I can't be that parent, but I feel my genes are just against
No, I
me.
think that's a light.
Hopefully, like,
though.
yeah, Magzilla will like calm down and just be afraid of
Because
everything.
my dad's a heavy sleeper. When you wake him up, he's just like groggy.
It takes you a second to like fully be in it.
Oh, I have no idea where I am or what's
Yeah.
happening. Yeah, ever. Yeah, my mom likes to tell me.
Yeah,
she
clearly.
Like right now, I have
she
no
tells
idea.
me this a lot though. She tells me I come from a long line of nappers. Because she likes to nap, and
Because somebody
apparently
has lupus?
my like great grandfather liked to nap. Wrong side of the family. Yeah. Well, she did have lupus and was pretty sleepy.
My
because of it, it's
family
true.
are nappers too, actually.
I love a nap.
That's
I
probably
I
love a
really
nap.
love a nap. Yeah. I love to sleep, which makes me
You
sound
know who
really
doesn't
lazy,
like to nap?
but-
I feel like you.
I don't like to nap.
You're like an let's always be doing something kind of person.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's
Like
just
if
God
I do
never
nap, it's
stops.
like 20 to 40 minutes. And that's
I
it.
do always out
Well,
nap.
that's kind of like. I kind of take like 30-ish minutes. Like, so I get
Well, you're
like.
not supposed to take them more.
Yeah, I get like.
Here's the
I
thing.
get like kind of stressed when I take an hour-long nap because I used to be terrified of naps because one time I woke up from a nap in middle school like really paranoid for some reason and like afraid of like the world, so I just didn't nap for years and then college started and then I just became a napper.
That'll bring it out of you. I was just watching a video though about how for your brain or for something, I don't fucking remember, you're either supposed to take a nap that's less than 20 minutes or
What the
more than
fuck?
2 hours.
Less than 20? That's not possible.
Maybe it was less than 40. I want to say it was like,
Like a rule
maybe it was
of
less than
twos or
40, but I
something.
want to say it was 20. Where it's either supposed to be really short or really long. And that's the thing though, is that I
Because either way, it's like don't put yourself in a room or like near REM or something.
yeah, or maybe you naturally come out. I don't really know. But I don't know. My thing about napping is I just feel like I could go forever.
It's called sleeping.
I've seen you go forever.
I know,
Do
that's
you
the
ever
problem.
7 alarms.
What is that thing called where you sleep a lot?
I was actually so depressed.
Do you watch The Boys? Do you watch The Boys?
Narcolepsy.
Yeah. Do you have narcolepsy maybe? When you
No,
just get a
because-
little crazy.
I'm not very good at, like, if I get sleepy, like, in a movie or something, like, I'm not very good at keeping myself awake. But, like, do you ever read the Mysterious Benedict Society as a kid?
A long time ago.
So, Mr. Benedict has narcolepsy, and, like, you know, they'll just be talking, and then all of a sudden he's like, or whatever.
That's true.
I don't
That's
do
how
that.
it works.
I'm just, like, really good at napping. What can I say? It doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter my position
You're just
on
good
the
at getting
floor, on the
cozy.
couch. I get cozy. Yeah. But I also think,
You
too,
mature.
Did I say anything?
I
He
wouldn't
said
mind
what
for an hour.
position? And you went,
Yeah.
damn.
Do you want to go longer than this?
Probably not, because I have storage to upkeep.
We should probably stop it.
Just upload it
Okay,
to Google
finish.
Drive after and you lose it.
Oh god, it's like so uninteresting. I've been talking about my sleep for so long. Like, cut me off, please.
No, it's like, okay,
We didn't even
It's
talk
tea,
about
though.
21.
we don't need to.
Cat's 21. Everybody in the
interesting.
comments say happy birthday, Cat. She's been buying legal drinks now for 2 days. It's very exciting. She had a mojito and wine at dinner, not shots because they were $15.
Eat.
But don't worry,
Per
because we have
shot.
shots
Did you
at
feel like you were
home.
nervous ordering drinks today?
Not at the restaurant because I feel like that's my safe space. Like I'm used to that.
That's valid.
But it's at the store where I'm used to feeling like I'm breaking the law. So I feel
Yeah,
like
you were stressed when we
I
went to
was
the store.
stressed, but it's okay. I'm gonna be really stressed when I go to Dispo, but I'm not done that yet.
Go to
Zips.
no, not Zips. What's the other one? The
Gallery.
gallery.
But it's
They're
so
super
expensive.
chill there.
And they do, I would say they're chiller because they also take card, which is
Yeah.
like, it
Guys,
makes it really
there's
much
nothing to be
cards,
chill
is
about.
it?
You're not breaking the law.
They usually don't take it
No,
because
but
the
it's like
tax is so much.
anxiety.
So they
do
want to
something
avoid the
to
tax
go
on their sales and on you.
That makes sense.
Anyways, thank you all for watching.
Bye, ADR fans and family.
Bye.